All right, how you doing? So today we're going to make this beef and eggplant stew. It's very deep in tomato. We're going to use 3 different types of tomato in there. Canned tomatoes, fresh tomatoes and tomato paste. We've got some lovely tender beef there, and I'm using these little baby small eggplants, as you can see. Wonderful spices, fantastic. Let's get on with it. Welcome back to How to Cook Great. So I've got some beef here. It's a stewing type of beef, so it's not super tender. Cut it into chunks, a little bit of fat in there. I've got there about 600 or 700 grams. Cinnamon, bay leaves, teaspoon of cumin seeds, 6 green cardamons, and about the same of cloves. Powders, here we go. 2 teaspoons of black lemon powder, 2 of cumin, 2 of coriander, and 1 of green cardamom powder. And here I've got some stock. I'm using a chicken stock for this. There's about, well, it's just over a pint there. Let's get moving on this stage, and then we can move on to the next bit. So I've got a large pot here. You're going to need a lid as well. The heat is on, and I've got some olive oil in there. We're going to start by dropping in all our whole spices. So that's bay leaf, piece of cinnamon, cloves, and the green cardamom pods. And just a few seconds, let them do their thing. They just infuse that oil. The heat's on quite high right now. We're then going to get our meat, our beef, and we're going to drop that in. And on a high heat, we're going to fry it for 4 minutes. So just 4 minutes there, we've just got a little bit of colour onto the meat. We're now going to add in our spices. Let's just take one more look. So 2 teaspoons of black lemon powder, 2 of coriander, 2 of cumin, and 1 of green cardamom powder. Just 2 more minutes. Keep it moving now all the time. And then we're going to be adding the stock to it. And then we're going to boil it out to make it nice and tender. Okay, so stock time. Let's pour the stock in. I'm using chicken stock. You could use beef stock or vegetable stock if you wanted, or even water. You could just use water for this process if you want. Okay, high heat. We're going to get a lid on that, and we're going to boil it. For me, because of the texture of this beef, I'm going to boil it for about 15 minutes. Okay, so lid off now, and you can see that I've cooked that for a long time. It's actually 20 minutes, not 15 minutes. I think I said 15 minutes. It's actually about 20 minutes. Now what I've done is I've really helped that beef get really beautifully tender. Okay, we're going to drop in 1 onion. I've got chopped garlic and ginger there, mixed. Tablespoon. I've got some fresh chili, optional, if you want to put that in or not, but I like a little spice in that. I mean, it will work without it. And then I've got 3 decent sized fresh tomatoes there. Try and use a ripe tomato. And then what we're going to do, again, another 5 or 6 minutes. Let's cook this on an above medium heat. I want those tomatoes to break down. So you can see I've really cooked those tomatoes down. We're going to be adding some more tomatoes now. Right, got 125 ml of tomato paste. With this, we need to cook it out for another 4 minutes or so. Stay on this lively heat, stirring often, and then we're going to add more tomatoes. We're going to add a can of tomatoes to it after that. But yeah, let's just cook this tomato puree or tomato paste out a little bit. Okay, that's cooked down nicely. Next up, 1 can of tomatoes. These were a whole plum tomato that I just crushed with my hand. We're then going to drop in our eggplants, our kind of small baby eggplants. Now what I've done with these, well, first of all, they're going to go in just with the stalk on and everything. Now what I've done is I just prodded them a little bit so that they don't explode. We're going to add some water or more stock if you wanted. We're going to give that a stir. We're going to lower the heat to just above a simmer, not a simmer but above. We're going to get a lid on this and we're going to let this go for 8 minutes. Okay, this is looking absolutely wonderful. Quite a long process, but it's really good now. Deep, lots of tomato in there. Well, 3 types of tomato. Lovely tender beef now. Yeah, what I've done with those eggplants, the small eggplants, is like I say, I just got a little sharp knife and pricked them a few times, just so that they open up and cook inside easier and don't explode open. Listen, what we're going to do, we're going to get a little bit of salt. We're going to get some black pepper. We're going to add some fresh cilantro or coriander in the mix. We're going to turn off the heat. We're going to give that a mix. And that really beautiful deep beef and eggplant tomato stew with all those lovely spices in is ready. Really, really delicious. Okay, so that's deep in tomato, super tender beef, lovely eggplants, lovely spices in there. What else can I say? It's delicious. I hope you enjoy that. Keep safe and keep well, please. I'll see you soon. Lots of love. Thank you so much indeed for watching our videos. It means a great deal to us. Please do hit the thumbs up for us if you like it. Thumbs down if you don't, I suppose. Yeah, don't do that. Just do that. Yeah, and subscribe to us. That would really help us out a lot. We just hit 100 million views. We're very excited about that. We would love if you could support what we're doing. We don't do any ads or endorse any products at all, even though we're offered it quite a lot. A lot of it rubbish, to be honest. But yeah, we don't want to be doing that. So we've got a little PayPal thing. If you want to buy us a coffee, just a couple of dollars or whatever you want, you can just follow the link, which should be about here now. And yeah, pay me some money. I'm broke. Lots of love.